Amber Heard, Jennifer Lawrence, Selena Gomez, Kim Kardashian, and Kate Upton. In 2014, the exposures of hundreds of Hollywood stars, famous actors, and models, including these names initially, had spread everywhere. It had turned into an internet battleground. No one knew where these photos came from. News channels were discussing this massive exposure every second, before the exposed individuals could make any statements, or secure their other private photos by finding the source of the exposure. New photos were being released on the internet. There was a horrendous magnitude of leakage. However, neither the source was clear nor did anyone know how to stop this exposure. What they were unaware of was that the problem was much larger than they thought, because those behind this exposure were none other than the anonymous users on 4chan. While the entire media was ablaze with the chaos of this massive leak, internet anonymities gleefully observed the chaos that day, coining it the Fappening, roughly translated as the 31 Festival. So, what really happened that day? How did all of this unfold? How did they obtain these inappropriate photos? What caused such a significant data leak? A handful of internet trolls, namely from 4chan, left their mark on an event that could be considered a milestone on the internet. In short, how did 4chan expose all these celebrities? If you're ready to listen, lean back and let yourself flow with the video's narrative. She was unaware that the footsteps of the apocalypse were slowly approaching, and that a massive leak, which would be the subject of news for years, was imminent. On the evening of August 31st, 2014, all of Hollywood, the entire internet, and all media outlets would be discussing a single news story. At that time, in one of the underground forums of the internet, known for the quite active sharing of explicit content unknown to everyone, hackers were exchanging their obtained celebrity exposures using different techniques, occasionally selling them and engaging in discussions on these matters. The celebrity exposures that very few people could access were never leaking out. This was because the hackers leaking the photos were doing it solely for respect, and not expecting anything else. However, someone within this group decided to change everything. They weren't just seeking credibility for their actions. They had decided to openly share these photos with everyone to make money. The idea was logical. After using the obtained celebrity exposures for respect only until now, they planned to secretly sell them for cryptocurrencies, maintaining their privacy while also making money. To the 4chan community, notorious for sending hundreds of pizzas to someone's house just to get a pair of chest photos from a girl, and subsequently ruining the girl's life when she didn't share the photos of her chest. The plan had now begun, and they posted an inappropriate image of Jennifer Lawrence on 4chan, accompanied by the message, "I have more and I can sell it to you." It was an enormous plan. From that moment on, nothing on the internet would be the same. Anonymous users who saw the photos went crazy. They told the anonymous individual responsible for the exposures that they would provide whatever was necessary for more revelations. The anonymous person sharing the photos for the sake of greed continued to share more every time they received payment in cryptocurrency. Meanwhile, other anonymous individuals, curious about the source of these photos, scoured all the underground forums on the internet for exposure groups. Unfortunately, by the end of the day, they found the forum that was the source of the exposures. On August 31st, 2014, the 4chan homepage never remained silent for a moment. Every second, new exposures of their newfound celebrities were being posted, and the list was growing. Kim Kardashian, Kate Upton, Selena Gomez, Amber Heard. Overnight, the list had turned into an approximately 100-person roster. After those on 4chan saw what they could see and could save, they decided to escalate the situation and set the entire internet on fire. They spread the obtained exposures to the entire internet, Starting from Reddit, social media officially became a battleground because every second, a new celebrity's exposure was hitting the internet and spreading. In no time, the events of the evening of August 31st had spread to every corner of the news channels, while exposed celebrities were overcoming the shock and making statements. The new private photos of new names were being shared on the internet. No celebrity could deny the occurrences, because the exposed photos contained details that directly confirmed their authenticity. That day, the internet was truly a battleground. However, this fire was not enough for 4chan. They wanted more fire, more chaos. While everyone on Twitter was talking about the events, 4chan decided to join the conversation with a fake campaign. The essence of the campaign involved people exposing themselves to support the exposed celebrities. In this way, those on 4chan would see more boobs, more explicit photos, and once again, they would successfully troll the internet. They immediately prepared fake photos and tweet bots. Then they easily pushed this fake campaign into the trends. People constantly seeking content related to the ongoing exposure incident quickly joined this campaign like sheep when they saw a new hashtag. Indeed, 4chan succeeded in this campaign. Many individuals shared their explicit photos under this hashtag. While the internet was truly boiling, the anonymous users on 4chan withdrew to their corners and observed the events, and that day was named the Fappening, also known as the 31 Festival. There is even a song about it, but it would not be appropriate for me to read it. In the continuation of the incident, celebrities, of course, filed lawsuits. Everyone was curious about how the leak happened. The cause of all this talked about leak was a mistake in iCloud. No anonymous individual on 4chan faced any consequences related to the incident except for one person, Christopher Brennan, the one who shared Jennifer Lawrence's photos on 4chan. On the evening of August 31st, the one who fired the first shot, Brennan was questioned shortly after being taken into custody by the FBI, and along with Brennan, more of his friends were arrested in connection with the incident. All these exposures happened not due to technological or software genius in a hacking act, but because of fake phishing emails sent to celebrities. Brennan and his friends sent emails on behalf of Google and Apple to celebrities asking for their passwords. They succeeded in obtaining the passwords of those who fell for it, and infiltrated their iCloud accounts to download photos from their galleries. In the end, Christopher Brennan received a 34-month sentence. Ryan Collins, 18 months, George Garofano, 8 months, Emilio Herrera, 16 months, and Edward Meyerchick, 9 months in prison. Alongside their prison sentences, they also received fines in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. When the incident was over, what happened was etched into internet history with the name The Fappening given by 4chan. They caused a significant amount of damage, without suffering any harm themselves. What they did was undoubtedly terrible. But if gossip blogs and news channels hadn't kept these events on the agenda and given them a platform, would the Fappening have grown this much? Would 4chan have been successful in the fake Twitter campaign, obtaining extra photos of tens of thousands of people? It's debatable. Still, be cautious, and don't believe everything you see on Twitter or the internet until the next video. Take care. Goodbye.